What is up, everybody? I am JJW from the UMCOC server on Discord, and I like comics, I like Contest of Champions video game, I like comic books, I like supporting indie comics, and I'm having a good time making these videos. So today I have a new video that we're gonna, well, I guess I'm gonna make it right now. I got a new book in yesterday, and I want to show you what it is. So you probably saw from the title card, the book that I picked up is Longharbor, which you probably have never heard of. So let's check out this clip. Oh, what's that? Get a cup of whiskey. I love whiskey. I've made some changes to my recording setup, trying to make it a little cleaner, a little bit more engaging, and well, anyway, I want to see less of my wall and more of the stuff. So here we have this box from Icon Comics. It's got characters printed on the cover, and so I don't know all of the characters on the cover. The female on the cover there is Common America with a K. Apparently it's quite popular. Oh, well, among some people that are, I think it's kind of like more not kid oriented. We'll say it's maybe if you're into manga or if you're into like young adult female superheroes, it's more in that realm. But I haven't read any of the content, so I'm just going by what I can judge. But that's Common America, and the second character on there in the background is Mike from today's book. So. And the package was heavily packaged with bubble wrap, including this 3x5 postcard with some of the Icon Comics characters celebrating the package, and on the back a promo code Black Hops for some kind of a discount on iconcomics.com. I mean, that's like thick bubble wrap. So this book was shipped very well. But for $10, I guess it ought to have been. So, good box. And you could probably fit like 5 or 6 graphic novels in there and still have it padded up. Pretty good. The book came bagged and boarded. The bag and board is larger than a standard comic book bag and board. It's like I guess these are designed for prestige size graphic novels, so I had no problem with getting the book in and out of the packaging. The book itself is prestige format, which means it's square bound. It's got a soft touch cover, and it's got spot gloss highlighting the principal art on the front of Mike and Emily. And it has spot gloss of the characters and the slimy, gooey sea monster in the deck of the boat on the back. So the boat itself, though, is in the matte finish of the book. Along the spine of the book is the title name Longharbor in red chrome red foil. And on the cover of the book itself, the logo is also in red foil, as well as Alejandro Mirabal's credit and name. He's the creator and author and artist and writer. So this is the book itself. It is this is a gorgeous book. This book is just absolutely gorgeous. You can see it. I can hit it on the light, and you can see the spot gloss finish on some of the detail. It just really is really well done. Okay, so before we dig into this little book here, let's jump over to the browser. If you haven't already, if you're on Rumble or if you're not on Rumble, check out the link below. Go over to Rumble. Please hit subscribe. I need to get 20, and then I can have a nice URL, and then I won't bother you about it anymore. But go check out Rumble.com, and the link is in the description below. Hit subscribe. Follow me for more videos about comic books and probably Contest of Champions, almost certainly. Okay, so this book is available on Icon Comics and a couple of things. But first, we're going to go check out Alejandro Mirabal on. Let me find him. I had it right here. Here it is. At Mirabalart at Mirabalart. Alejandro Mirabal. I'm very sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. He's currently making Cursed Mics, and his past work includes Longharbor, Tool. I guess he did some artwork for that band, Wizards of the Coast. That would be Magic the Gathering. And Neill Blomkamp, who's a South African director of some very famous movies. So Alejandro has a link tree here. If you follow the link tree, you'll see an opportunity to see some of his portfolio. And down here, the third link is a link to Icon Comics and his book on the store. If you go straight to Icon Comics, you're going to have to dig down because they have quite a few titles. But I guess I'll give them a little plug here. This is the Icon Comics main character, Common America, or maybe the main product they offer. And they have quite a few. They have the Christmas bundle, Common America hardcover, Black Hops, looks like it's a different title that they have. I just don't know. I just honestly don't know anything about this character, but this seems to be the big thing they're doing. They have something called Soul Finder. They have quite a few of those. And I saw something here earlier that my daughters actually like, which is, I think I saw Punchline in here too. So anyway, I don't want to slide around this webpage too much, but follow the link on Mirabalart and you can get directly to the Longharbor. I'll put the link in the description below. Longharbor graphic novel. It is $25. It ships for $10, or at least it shipped to me for $10 in the US. If you're overseas, I think you are out of luck because I don't think that Icon Comics ships overseas. That's what I got from tweeting with these guys on Twitter the other day. So, I guess I'll read this. The Longharbor unfolds as Mike, years after surviving a mysterious tragedy that led to the death of his crew, recounts his expedition aboard the Carpenter to a journalist. As the story unfolds, the ship takes them back to the infamous shores of Longharbor, where it all happened. A journey between the reality we know up and above the waves and the mysterious nightmares lurking down below. A journey in which men can be just as cruel as the monsters they encounter. This is the first book in the Longharbor series. The creator, Alejandro Mirabal, creator of Longharbor, was once a diver for the maritime archaeological company. Now he is a freelance concept artist. He's worked on high-profile projects such as Magic the Gathering and GWENT, and he has done work for Neill Blomkamp, director of District 9 and Elysium. So, they got some promo art here from out of the book. This image is just amazing. Some of the stuff in this book is just crazy, and it makes sense that he was a diver. The kind of attention to detail he has for the maritime stuff in here is really great. Okay, so also on his link tree is a link to the digital version. So if you're outside the US and you can't get the book, for $10 you can get the digital version of Longharbor from his gumroad.com. And here you get the cover front and back cover of the book. I mean, it's gorgeous. This book is gorgeous. $10 or more, and you get a poster and the digital art book. So check it out. Go follow this guy on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, I don't encourage you to follow me because I just don't care what anybody says, and I will say whatever I want. However, I do have a list that some people are following. I've got 130 people following my list. Make comics great again. And it includes, I'm not sure how this works. I think I have 33 people on the list of people that are making comics and making interesting stuff. So this is a pretty fun list to find projects that are not on the shelves, but they're out there and, you know, maybe interesting to you. So this is the next thing I'm going to back, which is giant-sized, two-fisted, manly tales. But Alejandro is on here at Mirabalart, and in his bio is his link tree where you can get either the digital or the hardcover or the softcover version of the book. Okay, so there I'm plugging Mirabal, so I hope he enjoys that. And okay, so let's jump into this comic. So I've already talked about the presentation a little bit. Softcover, spot gloss, chrome foil. The paper inside is what I would call the modern standard. It's coated. It's very smooth. It's probably like, it's thicker than magazine, but it's thinner than old comic book paper. It packs pretty tightly. Let's see if I can get a shot in here of this. This is, I'm gonna mess up my focus here. I'm gonna focus in on this. Look at that. This packs in quite tightly. This is a lot of pages. I don't know how many pages are in here. There's no page numbers, so I don't know how long it is. But I mean, that's probably, I don't know. I would say this is probably like 80 pages maybe. So let me fix my focus. Here. I'll use that to focus on while you hit subscribe. Okay. So interior cover of the book has an illustration of a map, right? So this is like a navigation map. You can see bounding on the edges. You can see coordinate markers or depth markers here in the field, and then the coastline down here. But obviously drawn on top of that is this wretched beast, which is decomposing flesh of sharks and eels and all kinds of stuff. The writers are Nasha Toby and Alejandro Mirabal. The artist is Alejandro. David, the shearer, did the logo, and we got some print consulting. This book is printed by API Print Productions, and there's an email address in here, longharborcomicbook@gmail.com. No idea where that goes. There's a website, apiprintproductions.com. So the book opens with a figure, a silhouette of a figure from the depths of the ocean up to the surface, and it is Mike who is ascending from the depths, but not before getting wrapped up in some weird tongue thing. But actually, he's just having a memory, or being haunted by a memory. In point of fact, he's sitting with a journalist, and he's about to recount his story of the Carpenter and the crew, who all died. The crew of the Carpenter includes Mike, who is the captain, Ted, this old mechanic, but they called him the Preacher as his nickname. So we have Victor, a diver and marine biologist. Measure 7 times, cut once. So this is a character that is methodical and intentional, very careful. We have Tony, who's the medic, but he's also the ship's cook. And we have Marcus, who is who's also a marine biologist, and he is the second in command of the ship. And they have a new guy they hired for extra manpower, a diver called Bob. Also aboard the Carpenter is Mike's daughter, Emily, and he had to take her with him because he didn't have anybody to leave her with. So whatever Mike's situation is, he didn't have any family or childcare while he was at sea. So his daughter came with him. They are heading out to this place called Longharbor. So Longharbor is a place, and they're following some sort of a radio signal. So they travel on the Carpenter. They get to as close to the coast as they can, and then they go to shore with a small little shore boat. I don't know the name for it, so you have to forgive me. You can see here in the landing page, when they get out of the boat on the shore, they're actually quite a long ways from what appears to be the actual dock, where there are some ships that are run aground. There's also a bunch of dead animals everywhere. So, almost immediately, we get some nasty critter action, and Marcus, following the radio signal, heads up to this house, and he goes and knocks on the door, and meets an old lady with a double-barrel shotgun, who basically tells him that he needs to get lost before he gets dead, and she also makes him put down the radio and blows it up, which causes Marcus to skedaddle, kicking over this stone, or whatever it is, with these crosses marked in it. I thought at first that these were gravestones, but it turns out they're not. And in the book, they have, as Marcus is telling the crew, hey, this old lady, like, almost killed me. Ted, the preacher, asked Marcus, did those things look like this? Weird crosses like this. And he said, yeah, it looked just like that. What's it mean? It's an old Russian symbol, probably just a coincidence. But we get a knowing look from Ted as he goes down to check his gear. So there's obviously a huge story here that we don't get into too much. Not really. We see a mysterious yellow coat robed figure. At first I thought, oh, is that Ted? That's a weird thing, because you're going right from Ted to this, and this is somebody heading into shore, it looks like. The tide is rising. But no, it's not Ted. It's might be Marcus. The figure goes up to the house. It's me, I need help, please. I knew it. Why are you still here? I told you people to leave. So she thinks that he's with Marcus and the crew of the ship. But you shouldn't be out here if it rains. Thank you. Can't imagine how long I've waited for this moment. What? And this guy starts to do some John Carpenter thing, shapeshift in action. Oh, it's your simplicity that always disgusted me. And this thing, whatever it is, no longer posing as this fella, he kills the old lady. Or it kills the old lady. And then kind of transforms itself to sort of look like her, and heads back out to sea, past all the carcasses of the animals, and now it's going to the Carpenter. Thud. Okay, we'll stop here. We're not going to go any farther. That's a few pages in, and we don't even really get into the action. There's a lot of story here for you if you're interested. If you like horror, like John Carpenter's The Thing flavor of horror movies, buy this book. It is so good. I love The Thing, and I love this book. This book is so good. I don't have a scoring system for any books I'm reading yet, but if I did, this gets a 10 out of 10. I absolutely, I would put it in the top 5 of the books that I have over here. Maybe even right up there with Monster MD in terms of being best books. There's maybe Expendables was good. This is better than Expendables. And Expendables was good. It's very different than Monster Island. This is an actual horror. That is like a 50s, 60s monster movie, almost action adventure comedy thing. This is a horror book. This is so good. Buy this book. So if you haven't already, you can go over to at Mirabalart on Linktree and get the digital version for $10. Or if you want the physical copy in your hands and it's worth it, go pick that up from his distributor Icon Comics. He's also doing this NFT thing. If you're into that stuff, well, have a look at that, because there's some Longharbor related NFTs. Let's just check it out. Let's see what it is. So he's got 3 so far, I guess. Maybe there's more. I don't know how any of this works. But there's Sleep Paralysis, which is available for 0.1 Ethereum. And it looks like it's super gross. Can I get away from this thing? Ew. How do I go back? You have Sleep Paralysis number 1, which is similar but weird, and then you have Metamorphosis, and he's also doing these yeah, I don't know. So he's also doing some cursed mics. So these are the cursed mics, which is a generative PFP collection. So I guess these are profile pictures. PFP NFT collection. It's on Solana. So he has a Discord server. So I don't know what Solana is. I don't know anything about NFTs. But some of these things are pretty great. Look at that. So these are mics. I believe they're Mike, like Captain Mike, but they're all kinds of alternate versions of Captain Mike. So, yeah. So check that out. Go follow Mirabalart and buy his book. It's good stuff. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe on YouTube, or if you're on Rumble, please hit subscribe. If you're on YouTube, go over to Rumble and subscribe, please, because I need to get to 20. Once I get to 20, then I can make my channel rumble.com/JJW or something like that. And I want that. So help me out. You can follow... don't follow me on Twitter. You don't want to. No, you don't want to, because I'm going to say stuff that's offending you. But there's my Twitter if you want to follow me on Twitter. Otherwise, come talk to me on discord.com/UMCOC. I'm there all the time. And that's it. Thanks for watching this video. That's all, folks. We'll see you next time.